All right, so we got about 20 orders going out today, but before we get into packing and pooling, I just want to share with you guys some of the big changes I'm making in my business. One of the biggest changes that I'm making in my clothing resale business right now is looking to get better items put in my store. So my cost of goods ranges between $1 and $2, and I'm looking to double that or even triple that by bringing better items into my store. And you might be wondering, Bo, what does this even mean? Why are you even telling me this? Well, I'm listing about 50 items a day, and I've been kind of reanalyzing my business, looking at it from a 30,000 foot view, top-down view, whether if that's something I want to keep going at, keep, listing 50 items a day, or maybe cutting that amount in half and raising my cost of goods, but bringing in better selling items. So I really made the decision that yes, I do need to figure this out, whether I want to keep listing 50 okay items a day or start really nailing down 25 rock solid items a day, meaning $20 and above average sale price, and as well as like a 50% sell-through rate and above. So we'll take a look at some of the sales that I got going out today, but I just wanted to fill you guys in as far as some of the changes that I'm going to be considering making in my business going forward, but I think it's going to be for the better. This men's Sonoma 2XL hoodie sold for a best offer of $12 plus $8.95 shipping. This new with tags VIP women's jeans sold for $14 best offer plus shipping. And this men's DKNY new with tags underwear sold on a best offer of $10 plus shipping. So I've been rolling around the idea of figuring out how I want to be able to grow my business. And over the last few months, I've had some time to reflect on how I'm going to go about doing that. And I really wanted to figure, do I see myself listing 100 items a day, 200 items a day, 500 items a day? And I can tell you right off the bat, by doing 50 a day for the last year or so, I'm not really looking to do any more than that. And now I'm kind of re-looking at my business and going, well, what if I cut that listing goal in half and possibly do 25 really good items a day and really cut down on a lot of the overhead with the listers, me going out sourcing and whatnot. So I really had some time to reflect on that, and I'm going to be trying it out just to see how it goes. I can always go back to doing 50 a day, but I'm going to be really trying to implement really bringing in better items into my store. I think that we should all be trying to do that, right? And especially if you live in more of a rural area like I do. I don't live in the big metro city. My next nearest thrift store is about 30, 40 minutes away. So this is something that's going to be, I think, beneficial for my business in the long run. And you guys are going to see the journey behind it, just to see how everything is affected, what's going on, the types of items I'm picking up. If you're new to the channel, I pick up 50 items. I list 50 items a day, but that means I'm listing about 1,400 to 1,500 items every month, and I'm buying wholesale, which is great, but not all those items are A-plus items. So by cutting that in half, I could focus more on quality rather than quantity and possibly raising my average sale price. For the year, my average sale price is at $23. My cost of goods is about $1, $1.50. So hopefully I can get over that $30 average sale price mark by doubling my cost of goods. So that's going to be the goal. Let's get back into what's sold. So you guys know I haven't been running my markdown sale for the last month or so, and that's the first time I've done that in several years, and I'm finding actually some good benefits. The benefits being that our older items, this is over a year old, are now selling for not for best offer, but for the original price that I had it. So this would have been marked down 50, 60, 70%, sold on a best offer of $20 plus shipping. So I'm going to continue to do that and calculate the results at the end of the month to see if that's something I want to continue doing. I wanted to get into some viewer comments that came on the channel over the last few days, and I want to bring up Heyfro or Heyfro Sells. Great YouTube channel, by the way. Check him out. He says, I'm just watching this after a week, and Josh, you said eBay is the matrix, which is exactly how I feel about them. They produce nothing, nothing is real, and suck sellers dry. So he's talking about the podcast I did last week with Josh Galt. You could check it out right here, where we go really deep diving into some of the theories that we may have about why eBay is really being kind of in a funk lately. I've been selling on eBay for almost 3 years now, and this is the first time where I've seen errors at an all-time high. I've seen a lot of glitches on eBay, you know, the most I've ever seen, and you'll probably hear it from other sellers as well. But, you know, I'm not going to be complaining about it. I'm not going to be doing nothing about it. I'm going to be making some adjustments in my business, and I'm sure many of you resellers have as well, or you're wondering what to do. That's why I'm making these changes. I'm changing, you know, my strategy. I'm changing how I'm listing my items. I'm changing the types of items that I'm putting in my store. So I think it's really important to understand that there's two things that are inevitable in life. That is time and change. So change is constant, and I think that if we keep our businesses the same, at the same standard, at the same metric, it's really going to be hard for us to adjust when things happen to us. So this is why it's important that we develop a plan, develop a strategy, and initiate the change that we want to see in our business. The best thing about change is that you can always change back. You know, that's nothing, you know, nothing is ever permanent. Nothing ever stays the same. You know, unless you jump off a 3-story building, you know, that's a different story. But as far as business, you really need to be innovative. You got to think in new ways about old problems. And the problem for me is that I really want to grow this business without breaking my back, you know, without doing 12-hour work days, and really trying to more focus on sourcing. And I had another comment that said, yeah, you know, getting higher priced items in your store is easier said than done, for sure. It's like, yeah, I mean, point me in the direction to all the $30 average sale price items and above. That may have been a real thing 5 years ago, but now with the explosion of social media and more reselling niche channels, those items are harder to find. So that's why we got to think in new ways about old problems, figuring out how we can get better product in our stores. So great comment. Hey, Fro. Appreciate you. But yeah, I know that, you know, that resonates with a lot of other people out there and a lot of other resellers. And, you know the things that I'm doing in my business to kind of make those changes, and we'll see what happens. Had these men's boots just sell on a best offer. They're by the brand GH Bass. So some pretty good tread still left on those boots. So these sold best offer of $21 plus $14 shipping. Figuring out what types of pants can be a common problem for beginner resellers. Like, are these chino pants? Are these khakis? Are these jeans? It can be a little bit of a tricky situation if you're just getting started with selling clothing on eBay, especially with all those item specifics out there. You're like, what do I need these for? What do they even mean? Which is why I developed this ultimate guide to eBay item specifics for clothing. In this 130-page book, you will find every single item specific to clothing defined with a photo here in this book. I developed it because when I first started selling clothing on eBay, I had a hard time searching Google, searching all these websites to really find the definition to all these sleeve types: flared sleeve, dolman sleeve, balloon sleeve, chino pants, khaki pants. What is the difference? So why I made that book was to be able to help you guys have a bunch of information aggregated in a book. So when you're doing your listings, you have the information right there. It's got a directory index in here sorted by alphabetical order. So you can really just go down the line, really make the listing process a lot easier. And I really want to shout out the people that have supported the book this far. You know, over 200 copies sold in about 7-8 weeks. Really greatly appreciate it. Thank you. And what I would say is, if you guys do enjoy it, or if you don't enjoy it, leave an Amazon review so I can get that feedback and implement it in my next book. So I really want to learn from you guys. How do you feel about it? And it's just really some good feedback that I want to apply for future book releases. So thank you. All right, so another women's plus size top just sold. This is by the brand Sejur. A 3X purple long sleeve striped top took a best offer of $12 plus shipping. So I'm all about picking up plus size tops if you're new to the channel, but if you've heard me a while, you're like, Bo, I know. you pick up plus size tops. Well, the reason why I do is because if you check the sell-through rate on some of those lower end brands, lower tier brands on plus size tops, you'll find the sell-through rate is really strong, 50%, 100% sell-through rate on those. So if you can find any women's plus size tops, even Old Navy, Coldwater Creek, J. Jill, they have a super strong sell-through rate, and I would encourage you guys, if you're a beginner, to start there with the high sell-through rate items. And this is another women's larger size, not quite classified as a plus size top, but it's International Concepts 2XL long sleeve blouse, sold on a best offer of $12. But one of the other things I've been doing recently is a lot more online arbitrage and retail arbitrage. I've been trying to bring in more shoes, more Crocs, things like that, just to really help bring my sell-through rate up and average sale price. So I recently just did a video about the Kohl's clearance, and I was able to get some pretty good deals. I bought about 40 items in total through online and in the retail store. You know, cost of goods was about $10, $11 per item. You know, things like these Naruto 3XL tank tops, got these for like $2, $3 a pop, online arbitrage. Got these Crocs right here. Also for like $10 a pop, they should sell between $30 and $40 plus shipping. So while online and retail arbitrage can be, you know, more upfront capital to get started, you are buying items that are brand new. And most of the times those items are easy to list, easy to photograph, and as well as it's going to be more desirable when it comes Q4. You rarely see people buying used clothing items for people to gift, but they still do. But at the same time, I wanted to bring in more newer items into my store. So I'm going to keep doing that, and we'll let you know how that goes. Another question that came on YouTube over the last few days from Aslong78, what fabric do I use over my vertical flat lay board? So what I will show you here is this is just a high-tech cotton blanket. That's all it is. It kind of has these little ripples here, but the nice part about this is that you can have something that you can throw up there. Well, not exactly like that, but it will stay for the most part. You know, if you have anything cotton, even cotton blend with a little polyester, the whole goal is to get the item to stick to the board without you really using a hanger or too much. It's pretty hard to do with one hand, but that's the whole goal. When I'm taking my photos, I want to do it quick, fast, and efficient as possible. I don't want to use a mannequin. I don't even want to use these hangers. So by using something with a little bit of friction, I would suggest using either a felt fabric or something that's cotton that has a little bit of rigidness to it. That's the word, okay. Some people even use like carpet, so that can work as well. I think next time I'd want to pick something with more of a grayer background to be able to help with that white balance, but even using something off-white like this works great. I've been buying a lot more hats recently, especially with all these sales coming up. This is just a Quicksilver New Tags men's hat that sold for, let's see, I think it was, yeah, $13.05 plus $6.95 shipping. I ship all my hats in a cardboard box so they don't get damaged. This is actually a Maurice's extra small tie-dye shirt that sold for $14 plus shipping. Surprising. This is a stained knit sweater by the brand Banana Republic. Pretty ugly color, I have to say, but to each their own. This sold for $6 plus $8.95 shipping. This is a women's long sleeve shirt by the brand About a Girl, size large, sold for $12 plus shipping. This is a men's Coors Light NFL sweatshirt, sold for $15 plus shipping. This silver little plate found in the storage units actually sold for $20 plus shipping. So a lot of these little knickknacks like this have still yet to be listed. That's something that I'm working on right now to get these items listed for Q4. So if you see here, you know, I have tons. This is all underwear, you know, things like jockey, new in box. This is 2006 or 2008 underwear. I have tons of hats. These are the largest U-Haul boxes full of socks, underwear, wallets, bags, cosmetic bags. I'm just like, all right, whatever. Now it's time to get listing them. Also have boxes of bags that need to get listed. I have these boxes, brand new with tags, underwear, bags, underwear, bags, wallets, whatever. And that's just something I'm going through, taking my time, obviously, but now I'm gonna get all that stuff listed and, with the intention of hopefully it sells by Q4. All right, so we had this Panhandle Slim men's size 18 pearl snap Western shirt, sold for best offer of $15 plus shipping. Probably could have gotten a little more for it, but that's okay. Some of the money, all the time, right? So one of the best things about being part of a mentorship and growing with other like-minded individuals is that we're all learning from each other. We're learning what's working and what's not working, which is why Marcus Dixon and I have combined to offer a reseller community mentorship. And it's not our mentorship, it's all of our mentorships. It's everyone. It's a community. It's a community of 54 other people growing their stores, implementing similar tips and strategies that Marcus and I are using that helped us do about $320,000 in sales on eBay last year. So you can check it out, link down below, or you can scan this QR code here. And right now we're offering a 7-day free trial. You can just try it out, see if you like it. It does have Zoom calls, it has Discord, and that's not for everyone. That's okay, which is why we're offering the 7 days free, just to see if you like it. I want to go into what is included in that. We're offering 9 hours a week of Zoom coaching. Marcus does the morning call, I do the evening call. So if you can't make one or the other, then we have availability for you. So also a reseller spreadsheet. We have 2 varieties, one to track cost of goods and one to track more of your expenses and whatnot. Also a Bolo brand list, an item specifics guide, and pretty much lifelong store reviews. We hop into your store on a weekly basis. We check in on how you're doing your titles, how you're doing your photos, see how your sales are doing, and holding you accountable to the suggestions that others are making and that we're making so you can start growing your business. This market in general, the secondhand market, is supposed to triple by 2027 according to ThreadUp. So I want to really equip people to really, if they want to quit their 9-to-5 job, if they want to go just do part-time, they can. But there's such an amazing opportunity right now to be a reseller. Whether you're reselling on eBay, Depop, Poshmark, we have people in the group that are selling on multiple platforms. The goal is to really just help you guys avoid some of the mistakes that Marcus and I made and others in the group to help you get on your right track growing your business. So we'd love to see you there. We had this wool vest made by LL Bean. It was vintage. It is missing the size tag. It is actually a women's size small, sold on best offer of $12 plus shipping. And we had this women's Alfred Dunner top sold for $13 plus shipping. Alfred Dunner is a decent brand if you're picking up medium and above, and as you get in a larger size like plus size 2X, 3X, the sell-through rates are like 100, 200, 300%. So don't be hating on old Alfred Dunner. God bless you, Alfred Dunner. All right, I got my assistant here with me, assistant little Jaden, and he's holding a really nice Gap coat. This Gap coat sold for $20 plus shipping. Great job. Do you have anything to say? Yeah. Good job. All right, so obviously a lot of jackets are starting to sell now, and if you have them lying around your house, get them listed, because the search volume in those categories, jeans, jackets, coats, cardigans, wool, cashmere, knit sweaters, get them listed because you're going to start seeing an uptick in sales in those categories. So we'll see how these major changes affect my business, but I know going on faith that change is necessary, and I do believe that this change is going to be beneficial. We'll keep you updated and we'll keep you on track. If you guys are wanting to know what types of brands that I'm on the lookout for a daily and weekly basis, you could check out link down below where it is my free ebook of my top 50 BOLO brands included in that with sell-through rates and definitions. I do that for the next time you guys go out sourcing. Maybe you can find some of those items as well. I hope you all have a blessed rest of the day and take care.